so long, it just kind of tipped me over the edge, and that's when I realised when I was trying to cut down that I had a problem. People stepped in, and I was sent away to my first rehabilitation centre at that point.
So help was available to you. There were people who you could go and get help from.
So I was fortunate. My family stepped in. I'd been offered no help from the GP, no help. So at that stage, it was my family, and they had to fork up thousands and thousands of pounds to send me away for 4 weeks of treatment.
That treatment worked or is working? How do you view it? It's a continual process.
Yeah, so at that particular time, I've been in treatment centre 3 times. My most recent was the one that I would say worked. Now that my big difference was actually 3 months. The other 2 times were 4 weeks. And that being away from that, being away in a tense situation of yourself, being exposed to friends, like all that sort of stuff, that's what I needed. Every day in my life is recovery focused. I can't stop thinking about recovery. Because I know that if I do, it just takes one little walk down the street or one look at a pub or anything like that, and that could be me back to rock bottom. And I got to the stage I was suicidal, I didn't want to live. I was in and out of hospitals, I was in psychiatric wards and all sorts, and I just don't want to go back there,
Do you think that it would have helped had there been people more actively trying to help you? Or does it have to come from you, from the user itself?
I believe that if you don't want to get better, you won't get better. But you need the people around you to show you how and to encourage you. And even if it's not your time, still to have that support and help is a start. And I think for the first 2 times that I was in treatment, I didn't have anything to come out to. My family paid for it privately. There was no, help from GPs, doctors, anything like that to keep up with my recovery. So I went straight back into society, straight back into what I do, back to work, finding a income, all that sort of thing, and I didn't have any support, and that's where I guess it was easy for me to go back into it.
The reason we're talking today is because of the number of drug deaths in Scotland. When you hear about that, does it make you think that there is a need for that much more action from local authorities, from different groups? Do they need to go out and find people who are using and try and help them? Or is it always going to have to come from individuals saying, I need to make a change?
No, I think there could be a lot more done, and I think an issue up in this sort of area is a lot of the treatment and help you get depends on what local authority you fall under. So I think there needs to be, one sort of system no matter where you live, no matter what type of drug you use as well. A lot of it is, I know I've lost a lot of friends to alcoholism and drug addiction, and some of them weren't often helped because they had to use the so-called hard drugs like heroin, crack, cocaine, and they're now dead. So it's about realising that even if somebody's just smoking weed or whatever, that's what we need more than things, just have a treatment plan for everybody and not realise in the hard drugs period of their life. Prevention, I suppose, if it's possible.
Anywhere, all form of drugs. Katrina, you shared Scotland's drugs consequence from 2020 to 2022, crossing substance abuse at Stirling University. I asked her what the changes have been in the drugs market over time.
So what has happened in the last year or 2 years is that the heroin market has become contaminated with toxic drugs being supplemented into the heroin supplies, and what that means is that people using substances that they don't know, that are unexpected and have unpredictable effects. There's also things like more cocaine, and more people use cocaine. It's not just a drug of policy anymore. Everybody's using cocaine. It's also cheaper and it's stronger, so it makes it unpredictable. And we have this ongoing market around street benzodiazepines. So that's drugs like diazepam that people will be familiar with, but there's other versions of it that are more potent and unpredictable. And people use these substances, they use them in combinations called polydrug use. and that's highly risky, but it's more risky because people don't always know what is in the tablets or the mixtures that they're purchasing.
Scotland has a much higher per capita level of drug deaths than anywhere else in Europe. What lies at the core of that?
Obviously, Scotland is complex, but it's not been given. Drug use hasn't really been given over the years, over some sustained time, hasn't been given the investment and interest that it should have. So unfortunately, we're kind of seeing that play out now. But there is, there's definitely links around deprivation. We see that if you live in a remote area of Scotland, you're far more likely 15 times more likely to drive a drunk drive and to death in the least deprived areas. Unfortunately, there's a group of people in society who work behind, and we're seeing that now in drug-based statistics.
Focus is still there from the Scottish Government.
No, I do feel it's maybe lost its way a little bit. Needs to be more focused. In the kind of resurged focus on it back in 2020 or so, when the National Drugs Mission took over from the Drug Death Task Force, they had lots of groups of stakeholders of all sorts. There's too many of them. We need to keep the focus on this strategy and plan that there is. Rather than trying to please everybody, I think there's an element of that Scottish Government trying to please everybody and not always listen to the actual research and clinical evidence about how it works. Unfortunately, there's changes in ministers which doesn't help to that leadership change, and there's changes in staff in the government departments. So there's a lot of time wasted with all that kind of background administration. So we need to really make sure that local authorities, local areas have the power themselves to do more. So I would like to see a bit more being devolved down to local level and not relying so much on government direction.
The Scottish Government has announced over the last few days that money is extraordinarily tight to stop spending on anything that is not absolutely necessary. Are you concerned that drug treatment will be one of the victims of that perspective?
Yes, definitely, and it's happening already. We're seeing it in some local areas which are really positive innovative services for outreach or supporting people who have had an overdose in that high risk funding has stopped. So it's already playing out to create that reduction in funding and drug services relatively low. It was partly that reduction in funding going back to 2015 we started to see drug death figures going up. So I think there is a correlation between that focus and spend and direction around where funding goes and the harm and the drug deaths that we then see as a result.
That was Professor Katrina Mackes. Well, Neil Gray is the Scottish Cabinet Secretary for Health and Social Care. He joins me now. Good afternoon, Mr. Gray.
Good afternoon.
You must be bitterly depressed to see the numbers rise again.
It's more than that. It's an absolute tragedy for all those loved ones who have lost a family member or a loved one to drug dependency. It's a horrendous situation and one that we are having hugely concern doesn't even begin to cover it. We are obviously, I hear what Katrina is saying there, we are making increased investments through the National Mission over the course of this Parliament, an increase of 250 million. That's going to see an increase, that's seeing an increase in residential rehabilitation beds, seeing an expansion of support. From government to government alcohol partnerships to maintain funding, even in the very frustrating financial times that we're in. We have an announcement this week. the expansion of the likes of naloxone being carried by police officers by people under in pregnancy is making a difference. And the plan that we have seen arrive this year is obviously hugely concerning. Because we know that the interventions that we're supporting will make a difference.
Where do you think failure lies? I know you didn't hear all of Professor Matheson's interview because you were putting it for another interview. She talks about the changing drugs environment as being one of the drivers of
I think she's absolutely right that this is an incredibly complex picture. We're seeing a shift in drug use, in drug dependency, on the types of drugs and all these drug use. So we know that 80% of those who died in the last year at least 55 or 100 different substances have been involved. So we are, our systems are responsible to that because of the shift in emphasis that we are supporting, and not just around rehabilitation or community programs, but also the carrying of naloxone, which obviously has an impact in terms of saving people's lives when they have overdose. There is, we know that drug testing facilities make a difference in terms of being able to put early warnings out to the network around problems in some of the drugs being used. You can see that already from Public Health Scotland has made some we have huge awareness around the increased problem that's being caused by opioids and the street benzodiazepines that are having a massive impact as well. So we believe that what we're doing is right. We're making the right investments, we're supporting the right programs. I think there are some interventions, as I've described, around safe consumption and around drug testing facilities that could make a great difference.
Professor Matheson also suggested to us there have been too many health ministers, there were too many stakeholders, and there was too much centralisation.
So people will be well aware of the circumstances around why I was appointed Health Secretary earlier this year. We have also had the last drug and alcohol policy minister having to resign for health reasons. So of course we want to provide consistency in terms of ministerial direction and support. Circumstances are such that has to